This session, I would like to do something on keeping an open mind or maintaining openness, inviting a sense of openness to our experience. And the reason we do that is in mindfulness meditation. The purpose is to build up our reservoir, build up our capacity or our mind equity in terms of steadiness. So when we just sit, we may start to encounter thoughts. It might feel unpleasant. Maybe we'll feel impatient, restless, bored, feel like zoning out. Or maybe you start to notice you feel very tired. So to sit through all that is to just maintain a sense of openness, curiosity, a beginner's mind, and also with a sense of kindness. And we do that because we are exercising that mindfulness muscle so that when we start encountering unpleasant experiences in other aspects of our life, we are well prepared. Our mind has cultivated that sense of steadiness, and we can just respond to unpleasant feelings, unpleasant emotions in the wisest possible way. So without delay, let's start. In all our meditations, you can choose to sit, you can choose to lie down, you can choose to stand. And midway, you can also choose to shift your posture. So just keeping in mind, this is not a boot camp. This is not intended to be forcing yourself, but it's always very invitational, very optional, doing it at your own pace. So, if there are moments where you feel like you're feeling very tense, then just maybe opening the eyes, shifting the posture slightly, and just doing that mindfully. So there's no compulsion to do it in a certain way. So closing your eyes if you wish, or just keeping them open, or softening the gaze, coming to sit or stand or lying down. Starting with the breath. Paying attention to the breath. Using it as your anchor. Just going with the flow, so there is no need to breathe in any particular way. It can be shallow breathing, deep breathing. It's entirely up to you. Inviting a sense of openness to however you want to breathe. Noticing how the breath comes through the nose, or maybe some of us breathe through the mouth. Following the flow, the movements of the act of breathing. Inhaling, exhaling. If the mind wanders off, it's very normal. So just gently escorting the mind back to noticing breathing. So here we are, using the breath as the anchor, a place where we can place our attention. Instead of getting very busy in the head, living in the head. And dropping down further, maybe noticing the chest. As we're breathing in, breathing out, feeling the movements of the breath in the chest. Or maybe the gentle beating of your heart, the lungs expanding, contracting. And if for some reason it's difficult to breathe, maybe if you have a cold or it just makes you anxious. And with a sense of just as best as you can, keeping a sense of open-mindedness, sensing the breath. So not attempting to push away breathing, not needing to breathe in any particular way. But just simply being with the breath. Not needing to judge the breath. All we have to do is just follow the movements in and out. And dropping further, feeling the belly as it expands and contracts at each in-breath and out-breath. Feeling the wall of the belly expanding, contracting. Noticing any sensations in the belly. Maybe a sense of tightening. Or maybe feeling relaxed. And now from the belly, finding a space in the body or a contact between the buttocks and the mat or chair, or your feet on the floor, or if you're sitting cross-legged, finding a space that feels comfortable, that feels stable for you. For example, feeling the weight of the body on the mat, or your feet on the ground, placed on the ground. Or the belly. Just breathing in and breathing out of that space. You also have a choice if there are some parts of the body where it feels uncomfortable, or maybe a lot of tension building up. You can also choose to just breathe into that spot and out. For example, tension in the chest area, maybe from anxiety, worries, fears, frustration. Breathing in and breathing out. And perhaps at this point, you may be noticing thoughts, a lot of thoughts coming through the mind, chatter, chatter, chatter. So noticing with a sense of open-mindedness. It's very normal that minds think. It's very normal for thoughts to occupy the mind. So just being aware that you're thinking. And just telling yourself it's okay to think. All we have to do is just be mindful that we are thinking, speculating, strategizing. And noticing who is doing the thinking, or what is doing the thinking. So the brain, the mind. And checking into the body as the mind may be very busy. What is happening in the body when the mind gets busy? And with a sense of open-mindedness, exploring what emotions, what sensations are arising as thoughts come through the mind. And just breathing in, breathing out, exhaling, letting go. And if you're finding the mind is really very talkative, going on and on, feeling very heavy, if it helps, then just bringing the mind back to the breath, placing your attention on the breath, disengaging from thinking, giving yourself a pause. And it's very normal to be running through the to-do list, the things that you need to do after this session, things you need to do tomorrow, next week. So the mind may be very busy about that. So then just keeping an open mind of this option that you don't have to do anything. No further action needed. All you need to be is to be right here in this moment. Not in the past, not in the future, but right in this moment. Now from the breath, expanding the awareness, maybe bringing a sense of awareness to the wider space in your room or where you are at right now. Noticing the room temperature, the wind from the fan or aircon, or maybe the warmth of the lamp, the lights, or the sound or silence around you. Just expanding the awareness, keeping it wide and open, as if expanding the mind, opening up the mind. I'll read you this poem. It's called Door by Miroslav Holub. Go and open the door. Maybe outside there's a tree or a wood, a garden or a magic city. Go and open the door. Maybe a dog's rummaging. Maybe you see a face or an eye or the picture of a picture. Go and open the door. If there's a fog, it will clear. Go and open the door. Even if there's only the darkness ticking, even if there's only the hollow wind, even if nothing is here, go and open the door. At least there will be a draft. So opening the door of our mind, keeping our awareness wide and open. And as you're bringing your practice to a close, allowing yourself to bring a sense of openness, this sense of openness to the next few hours of your evening or night, depending on where you are. And opening the eyes when you're ready.